Yes, sir.
What is going on? Why does it still say I am temporarily blocked from this action? Hold on. What is
blocked from what action?
From going live on Facebook. What is happening? Give me 30 seconds, y'all, please. Give me.
Facebook don't like you. What did you do this week, sir?
Bro, Facebook playing games with me, dog.
What did you do this week? Yeah. Y'all get it. 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 Y'all get it.
Oh, okay. So apparently the original restriction, I need you to see this. I didn't do anything new.
Okay.
It was for 7 days. And now all of a sudden
it was extended.
It was extended to 30 days.
Damn.
Yo.
Can we use another link on Facebook?
I don't know. At this point, probably not. We have another. What is this? What does it say here? We have another 19 days. So 2 more. No, we can't. That can't be okay.
What the fuck, Mark Zuckerberg?
No, that shit is trash. I might have to go talk to somebody about that. But that is fucking trash.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Anyway, how are you, bro?
Things are fine. You know, they could always be a lot better, but I'm just thankful for the moment, you know, that I woke up today. That's something I'm very thankful for. Something you should be thankful for as well. Pod folk, welcome to everyone. And that's basically it. That's all I have to say at this moment, you know. Just trying to stay productive every day and just take things one day at a time. That's the only way I know how to do things, you know?
It's been a very busy week for me. I've been super active over on Convos. If we'll get into Convos and what Convos is in a bit. So I've been super active over there and trying to grow our visibility already, and it has been going swimmingly. I may add. So we'll get into that a bit. Outside of that, I was actually having a really good week until literally I hit the live button and got this message about Facebook, and I explained to you last episode why it was that we were restricted,
right?
And it's absolute bullshit, but you know it is what it is. Like it's absolute nonsense, but it is what it is. So
yeah, we were under the impression that it was only 7 days, but
it was definitely for 7 days when it happened, and I guess for whatever reason they
felt like extending.
They just said fuck me. Fuck these people, bro. Anyway, don't forget, get your JaySin merch. Go get a mug, get you a flask, get you a shirt, get you some joggers, get you some socks. Whatever you feel like grabbing, grab something. For those who are tuning in, thank you. We appreciate you.
Did I ever show you the joggers?
Let me see.
These are the joggers right here. Yeah. Got some deep pockets.
Oh, you got the t-shirt on too, I see.
And I got the t-shirt on too, yeah.
I definitely have not been buying anything with a new nephew. And two new nephews and an anniversary and all kinds of things coming up. So as soon as you know some things clear out the pipeline,
yeah,
I'm on it.
I got one more for you. Hold on.
Okay, hold on. Let's see what this is. Hey, what's happening, lady? How are you? I don't know where he went. I don't know what he's doing. Slightly scared because he's not the most trustworthy person off of camera. He might be doing something outrageous. Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, okay, yeah, I hear that. It's crazy. It go with the blue I got on now.
Yeah.
I had the matching sweater to that on today.
Oh yeah.
Get my early morning activities on. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Getting my early morning activities on, man.
Get that sincere Da Vinci merch.
Yeah, that's
as
out there
well.
too. You go get that. Shout out to Addy. And shout out to Trippy. They're doing great things. So another app that we got in with very early on the ground floor, and they're moving into the next phase of things, into actuality. So congrats to them.
Very nice, very nice. Congrats to them.
First and foremost today, happy birthday, Kobe Bean Bryant.
Happy heavenly birthday.
There's not much to say. You are missed, sir.
Definitely.
I am not going to dwell on this because I don't want to get super sappy and emotional. That's not.
Yeah.
I don't want to start the show there because then it
of course, yeah.
So
it's gonna kind of set the mood like for the rest of the show, and we don't want to do that. But
shout out, happy birthday, Kobe. It is, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Gigi. Positive vibes out to Vanessa and the whole.
Positive vibes, man. So should be a fucking holiday.
Yeah.
Should be a fucking holiday.
Definitely.
Let's go ahead and move on to. We got a lot to talk about today. So
be a fully packed show.
I'm gonna make sure that we continue. We are continuously switching up what we're doing because there's a lot of different things to talk about. So I don't want to talk about 2 or 3 sports things and then talk about. So we're gonna switch it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit a button right here and let's talk about. Okay, there we go. Boom. So Winnie Harlow, you go ahead. You take care of this one because this is yours. I'm gonna take care of the other one like this that we got. So you take care of this one.
So, I saw this on social media and I saw this on Facebook to be exact. And Winnie Harlow, model, out in LA, was dating Kyle Kuzma.
They was happy. They was happy too.
Very happy on social media. You know, you see a lot of pictures, a lot of PDA going on. And Kyle Kuzma got traded from Los Angeles to where? To the Washington Wizards, I believe, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep, to DC.
And as soon as he gets traded, all of a sudden they break up. And everybody is like, I thought these people were so happy. Like, what happened to them? And I just wanted to tell you one thing, Pafo, before we dive into this, is the fact that PDA, for instance, on social media, take it with a grain of salt, please. Just take it with a grain of salt. Because most times people can look happy on social media, but could be living pure hell in real life. So just keep a note of that. And so, you know, rumors started circulating, like, you know, as to what had happened. Some people said that since she's in LA, she's a model, it only benefits her to stay in LA. Some people said, you know, those were her true intentions the whole time, to just leave him or whatever the case is. So there's just a lot of speculation on what's going on. I just found it not weird, but I found it somewhat crazy in a sense, because there's a lot of things that have been going on between people and relationships this past week. So to add to that, it's just really crazy. oh yeah, Addie. Oh yeah. I will not buy
that. For me, the take on this was very simple. Kyle Kuzma bagged him a good one at some point.
NBA player Kyle Kuzma.
Kyle Kuzma bagged him a good one at some point when he was having a really good run, and he was the only one saved out of that young group of boys who was sent to the Pelicans, because LeBron looked at him and said, you might be the one. And when you might be the one and you are touched by the king, who is, let's be honest, only a couple seasons away from retiring.
Correct.
He's keeping on his team who he feels is championship material, who is next level superstar material. Anthony Davis, look at Westbrook, that's how he moves.
Whoever's really next, yes.
So he was that guy for a moment.
Correct.
He had the glimpses of being that guy that they thought maybe Lonzo was going to be.
Correct.
And then he wasn't that guy.
And then
then he got traded.
That guy got traded.
And during that descent, Winnie Harlow was still that bitch. So at some point when his trajectory started to drop off, she was still Winnie Harlow.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when he got traded, I think that was the straw that really
broke the camel's
back. Because I feel like had he stayed in LA, they would have worked through it. Because the whole point is, as long as he was on that team, he always had the possibility of turning it around.
Correct.
He always had the possibility of picking it up, because there were once again, there were glimpses even during his downward, trend, that he had games where you were like, that's why they kept you, Kyle Kuzma.
Correct.
Just not enough of them to warrant keeping. So I feel like once he was officially traded and his stock was officially enough of, you're not that guy, I think when he officially was like, okay, so he's not the guy for me, and hit him with the deuces. I mean, I think it's as simple as that for me.
So this is what I thought as well. The fact that I can't be too hard on her, because of the fact that there's a lot of people that can't actually handle being in long distance relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to respect almost everyone's wishes. And I'm sure, well, I hope at least it was a difficult decision for her to do something like this. You know what I'm saying? I just hope.
I hate how you said this.
I just hope it was. You know what I'm saying? But again, long relationships are just not for everyone, and
they are not.
It just is what it is. Hopefully they can remain being friends. Hopefully, and just keep things afloat in that sense.
I have tried long distance relationships.
I have a long distance marriage that I'm going through right now. So imagine the difficulty in that.
Yeah, but. Yeah, and I don't want to. I don't want to imagine the difficulty in that.
And that's fine.
And that's why I say I've done it before. I don't want to do it again. I don't want to have to masturbate into a phone. I don't want to do that.
You get tired of video sex. You want the real thing.
I don't want that. I can't.
Like the Justin Timberlake song, technology. 50 Cent.
Yeah, I'm tired of using technology. Yeah. Yeah, I'm tired of them.
Just want you right in front of me.
Yeah, exactly. I want that. I want them virtual titties. So anyway, but yeah, I'm not built for the. I'm good. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to boom. Drake disses Kanye, and apparently Kanye supposedly. Kanye responded. We don't know if. I'll put it to you this way: there was an image of what was apparently a response. We'll get to that after we get to. We'll get to that after. On Trippie Redd's new album, Red at Night. There's a song on it called "Betrayal."
Mm-hmm.
On the song "Betrayal," which Drake went crazy. Like Drake did his Drake thing. Like he killed it.
Right. He went off. Yeah.
But there was a bar in there when he was talking about pretty much the bar was beefing with dudes that I don't even know. 44, you said 44, 45, burnt out, let it go. You ain't stopping nothing for me. My date is set in stone. Rolling Stones, Heavy Stones, you know what I mean? Making my presence known. Like, pretty much the rumors about him not dropping his album because he doesn't want to drop it the same day as Donda. That was him kind of saying, Ye ain't stopping me from my date is set in stone. Like, I know what date my album is dropping.
Right.
And Ye don't have no whatsoever about it. I like to recall.
Right. He basically can't affect it in any way. That's what he was trying to say.
Right. I like to actually refer back before this.
Correct.
On Wants and Needs. This is the second time in recent history, in recent memory, that Drake has mentioned Kanye's name.
Correct.
On Wants and Needs with Lil Baby, at the end of his verse, he says, I probably should go live with Yeezy. I need me some Jesus. But if I started confessing, he wouldn't believe him.
Right.
If I started confessing my sins, even he wouldn't believe me. So I feel like Drake has kind of been poking the bear.
Of course.
And apparently Kanye has not released Donda because he wants to release it against Drake, kind of like how he did with 50 and Curtis.
Correct.
If you don't remember that, it was a whole big who was a bigger artist, so they agreed to drop that album on the same day.
On the same day, correct.
And it was
graduation versus
Curtis. If you don't know how that turned out, let me explain it to you. It was not fucking close.
No, it wasn't.
It was not close.
It was Kanye by a mile. I mean,
by a mile.
This was 2006, 2007, if I.
And this is no.
It was about that time, yeah. And Kanye was already like up here, and 50 was already on the
close.
Decline,
right?
Because I'm sure if they would have done that during the time of like
Get Rich, Die
Trying,
50
it would have been a little bit different. It would have been a little
50
bit.
would have got with him. 50 would have got with him. Don't get me wrong. Till this day, and this is no hate to Fifth. Fifth is one of the most successful entrepreneurs and artists in hip hop history.
It's an icon of the culture, definitely.
But if there's anybody that you can take pride in giving you that black eye, it was primetime Kanye. Like, and that's what it was. So we get back now to this coming out this weekend, which I don't really consider it a diss.
Right.
Because
it mention, I guess.
It wasn't like he was coming at Kanye saying, fuck that nigga, you some trash, my album gonna be better. He literally just said, and once again, Kanye was never the one that was saying, I'm waiting to drop the album. No, it was the media, it was the bloggers, it was the other artists. This was one way to get to everybody, knowing it was coming out on Trippie's album, knowing that him being on a Trippie Redd song was going to be a big deal. This was his way of saying one thing about it that would get to the masses.
Correct.
Ye's album isn't stopping anything. I am doing what I am doing. That's not necessarily a diss, but
it's a mention. That's it.
It's a mention, whatever. That was followed by a apparent screenshot of a group text message, including 8 people whom names we cannot see. We just see the first initials of the names, but we know one of them is Drake, and we know that it is Kanye, and we are assuming. Well, we're not assuming. It says Pusha T added to conversation. So we know that the 3 people talking are Drake, Kanye, and Pusha T, at least in what is supposed this text message in Kanye's phone. Right. And it is a picture of Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker, the clown just sitting there. That is the first picture in the screen, saying that Drake is a clown for this.
Right.
And then Pusha's response is pretty much, I'm built for this. You know how I get down. I love this. I'm going to destroy you to the point of there's no coming back. If that is true, The only nigga to give Drake a blemish
And
was
the business
was Pusha.
Yeah, it was.
We also know that Drake pulled punches apparently after that because he was told to not put out what he wanted to.
His reply, correct? Yeah, I believe Jay Prince came out and said that.
And we were told that Pusha was sitting on something that was bomb worthy.
Right.
We'll see how this plays out.
Imagine
We'll
if
see how this plays out.
Imagine if those things come out. What Jay Prince didn't want to come out, and whatever Pusha was sitting on to reply to that reply.
We will see what happens. All right. Moving on.
Moving right along.
Sha'Carri Richardson had her first race since suspension this weekend, where she came in 9th place. The Jamaican team, who just took 1st, 2nd, and 3rd at the Olympics, came in. They swept again here, okay? Mm-hmm. And 8th place, okay? So they came in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 8th, okay? Sha'Carri came in 9th. I said that I was taking the field last week when we spoke about this. You took Sha'Carri.
Yeah.
I took the field for one reason and one reason only. They had just come from racing the world.
In the Olympics. Right, correct.
They were a week and a half to 2 weeks out of racing the world.
Correct.
Sha'Carri was on suspension. I'm sure she was training, but there's no training like doing. They ran this exact race 15 days ago against the best, fastest, quickest women in the world and swept the world. No offense, odds were against Sha'Carri to start with.
Of course.
Sha'Carri came in 9th place.
She came in last. Okay?
She came in last.
Continue.
She came in last.
Yeah.
She came in 9th place. But what the firestorm that has come behind her coming in last place has been mind-boggling, to say the least. A month ago, this was y'all hero. A month ago,
exactly what I expressed on social media.
Y'all were championing her. Y'all were championing. A month ago, y'all were championing her, and singing her praises and coming to her defense, and all of this.
Why was she ousted from the Olympics for weed? We need to change the rules. This is preposterous.
And she loses
black. Blah blah blah.
She loses one race against other black women, and now she is absolute trash to you guys.
She's trash. She's a bird. She needs media training. People, she's 20 years old, I believe.
That's the same chick from a month ago with the bright orange fire hair that didn't have media training in. The same one that y'all was protecting a month ago. We're not talking about the same person. Y'all didn't do that. Y'all didn't flip that quick. Y'all didn't do that. Okay, first and foremost, all the Sha'Carri Richardson hate stops now, because I'm going to tell you what I was told. As an artist, as an athlete, whatever it is, she is a professional. She is a professional. So I want you to get out of your head.
She's a gold medalist as well.
I need you to get out of your head by any stretch of the imagination that you are anywhere near equipped to fucking race Sha'Carri Richardson. I need you to get out of your head that you are anywhere near equipped to put on shoes to even begin to train to race Sha'Carri Richardson. Sha'Carri Richardson will probably smoke you twice while smoking twice. Stop it. Stop it. Okay? Stop it. Also, what I was always told, Sha'Carri Richardson came in 9th place. 9th place. Which means there was 8 motherfuckers who beat her. Unless you one of them 8 motherfuckers, you should probably shut the fuck up. Because those are the only 8 people who could talk shit to her. The motherfuckers will be there. If you're not one of the 8 people, if you're not one of the 8 women who beat Sha'Carri Richardson in a race, you have no right to talk. You're not even in their league physically, any of that, to begin to talk about how good or how bad she performed. Let's see how well you do. And the problem with this isn't about when you're talking about comparing her to her counterparts. That's not what y'all are doing. Y'all are literally trying to assassinate this young lady's character. You're talking about her as a person. You're talking about her as going forward being terrible and losing her. No, you are literally attacking this young lady's character. The same character that y'all praised a little over a month ago.
Exactly.
That's not cool. That's not cool. That really it was disheartening. It was disheartening.
And that's hence also the reason why there are many people out there who fucking hate human beings because of that fact. Because we could just be so hypocritical. I'm not, like I told someone earlier on social media, I'm not at that point yet where I hate humans, but you motherfuckers are really pushing it. Like, could we grow up a little bit and have some discernment? Is that possible? Like, I don't understand. A month ago, we were celebrating her. We were celebrating her. We were trying to defend her. We were being by her side. All of a sudden, she loses this race, and all of a sudden, we turn on her. Pod folk, ladies and gents, she's a gold medalist. She knows what she's doing out there. I'm still Team Sha'Carri. I don't care if she lost. She's gonna bounce back.
Yeah, and I was never not. Let's take a time out here. This is a side note about, and this is just about anything in general. I am a Nets fan. I am a Yankees fan. I am a Cowboys fan.
Unfortunately. Continue.
Unfortunately. Because I bet against the Cowboys doesn't mean I'm not a fan. It just means I'm not blind. It means I'm not stupid. It means I'm not dumb. And it means I can form an opinion that has nothing to do with a bond. That's all it is. Me saying that I thought the Jamaican team was going to beat Sha'Carri never meant that I wasn't Team Sha'Carri.
Of course not.
It's just common sense. It was common sense. Right. The numbers were against her. And to me, they weren't slightly against her. They were heavily against her.
Right, the odds, correct.
The odds were heavily against her. She wasn't racing one of the team. She wasn't racing one member of the Jamaican team. She was racing 4 of them. Oh, 3 of them. Was it 3? It was 3 or 4. Oh, they came in first, second, and 4th. Okay, yeah. They came in first, second, and 8th, or 4th, or something like that. She was racing 3 women who just swept the Olympics. She was going up against 3 women who just beat the world. I need you to hear that. They just beat the best runners on the planet. Not in this country, not in their region, on the entire fucking face of the fucking globe. The 3 of them came in first, second, third. I don't care how good Sha'Carri ran. She came into that with the odds against her. That's all it was. Because you bet against someone does not mean you don't believe in them. It just means at this moment in time, I don't believe that they will be successful in this situation. That doesn't mean I want you to fail. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I love Mike Tyson. If Mike Tyson got in the ring right now with goddamn
Tyson Fury.
I don't know about that. I might still bet on Tyson. I don't know. I might still take Mike. I might still take Iron Mike. But if he stepped in the ring with Deontay Wilder,
right.
I might have to bet with Wilder. I mean, why? Because Mike Tyson is an older gentleman. He's not in the ring. He's not in his best shape. Deontay Wilder is an actual boxer.
I like the way you said that. You said he's an older gentleman.
Yo, don't have Tyson out here looking for me, bro. Yo, Mike. Hey, what's happening, Mike? What's happening, Mike?
Shout out, Mike.
Shout out, Mike Tyson.
Respect to you always.
Hey, I come on the show, we can smoke something.
You want a boxing lessons?
Yeah, nah, I don't want no boxing lessons. Legends. Oh yeah, he want a boxing legend. I don't want no boxing lessons. I don't want none of that, Mike. I don't want none of that.
None of that smoke.
None of it.
And you usually like smoke. Imagine. Not that smoke.
Can't take no smoke today.
You can't take that kind of smoke.
Not in my spirit. Not in my spirit.
And no Mike Tyson smoke.
No Mike Tyson smoke. We're gonna go ahead and move on to something else. The NFL. I told you
right
before that Dak Prescott and my Cowboys
are eliminated from playoff contention already.
Dak Prescott not knowing
preseason ball.
Dak Prescott not knowing about his MRI and his shoulder and his everything. I don't care. I don't care. Because Dak's not having Dak. I don't care. I'm sorry. Dak having his shoulder be healthy and not having his shoulder be healthy. The only difference is us being 7-10 or being 4-13. It does
it doesn't make a big.
It doesn't make a difference. It's not like, damn, we're not gonna win the Super Bowl now.
You know what has happened now? I think with the Cowboys, they've become so Dak dependent that due to the fact that he's going through these things health wise, affects them greatly as a team. And if he's not 100%, that means that the team is not going to be 100% either.
Although Zeke looks good.
Zeke looks dependent.
Zeke looks really good. He looks
he looks good to the point. Shine throughout the season.
He looks really good to the point where I almost already feel bad for him because what's about to happen. Because if there's no passing game and that O-line struggles like it did last year,
right?
Them defensive linemen might as well be handing Zeke the ball and then tackling him behind the line.
Correct. Okay, so I have a message for my Jet brethren, and I understand that we've been needing a break at quarterback for decades. I totally understand that, Jet folk. Trust me, I'm with you. I am totally 100% behind you. But please, let's pump the brakes a little bit. Let's pump the brakes a little bit about Zach Wilson. It's preseason.
About who?
It's not Zach Wilson.
That's who the fuck is Zach Wilson?
That was the quarterback that we drafted in the.
Y'all drafted another quarterback?
Yes, we drafted another quarterback.
Why?
Zach Wilson, and he played for Brigham Young University.
Why did y'all draft another? What happened with Sam Darnold?
They lost confidence in Sam Darnold. There's a new coaching staff there, and the general manager.
Wait a minute. Go backwards. What do you mean they lost confidence in Sam Darnold? He's been there for 2 years.
Well, upper management lost confidence in him. That's what it seems like. That's from what I read. That was something that was expressed through the media allegedly. They didn't have any more confidence in him while he was on the field. He didn't perform up to their standards. If you ask me, they didn't give him the best cast to perform with to begin with. But that's just
I was about to say, who the fuck
Jet fan in me.
Oh, no. I'm going to take your side on this one. It's not very often I talk good about the Jets. So let me have my moment. Who is there to help him? Who is there to help Sam Darnold?
On offense?
What is the new kid name? Zack Snyder? Is that his name? Who is it? What is his name? Zack Snyder? Like the director? Is that the new kid's name? The director? Yeah, what is the new quarterback's name? Zack Snyder?
Oh, Zach Wilson.
Zach, okay, whatever his name is. Zach third string nigga.
Zach.
He ain't gonna be no better. He ain't gonna be no better.
If he's still gonna be running for his life in the regular season, and he's not gonna have any weapons at the skill positions, it's gonna be the same outcome, pal, folks. So,
You know what the Jets are doing? You know what the Jets are doing? What the Jets are doing? Okay. The Jets have a fucked up kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And they ain't been grocery shopping in a while. They hiring a chef to come in their kitchen. They giving niggas flour, 1 egg, a spoon, and a bowl. And a stove that don't work all that well. And they're going, we need a 3-layer chocolate cake. How? So when that man can't get them a chocolate cake, they looking at him and go, he don't cook that good. This shit he made trash. Let's go get somebody else. Maybe they could do it. Exactly. If you keep giving these kids,
let's go hire Duncan Hines.
If you get these kids in this kitchen and you not giving them the ingredients they need to build what it is you want from them, I don't give a fuck who you put back there.
Don't matter.
It don't matter. You're gonna get something that you don't want every fucking time. They don't have the ingredients to be successful in New York. They don't have the ingredients to be successful at the quarterback position. Nobody you fucking go get right now will save you.
That's like just putting a Band-Aid over something that needs 9 stitches, basically.
Niggas putting a Band-Aid on a bullet hole. Like, what are you doing?
Exactly.
What are you doing?
And then people, you know how it is. You know how it is with NFL fans. You know how it is with fans, period. And a lot of fans are just completely overlooking these things. And I'm a Jet fan to the core, bro. I'm telling you, like,
where's Fireman Ed when you need
I've been a Jet fan since 1995, to be exact. And you just have to be realistic at some point, you know, in your fandom. You have to be real with yourself. You have to be real with your team. You have to be real with the situation of your team. And we're just not in a position to really succeed. And people take 2 preseason games to get excited about. And it's like, you can't do that. It's preseason for a reason. See, that rhymes.
What bothers me,
we just need to pump the brakes, folks. Zach Wilson may become something, but we have to take things 1 week at a time, 1 day at a time, 1 hour at a time, 1 minute at a time. That's it. That's all I'm saying, Pafo. Let's just pump the brakes.
I don't have anything else.
The kid has a live arm. The kid can move. I do think I think his weight is going to be a concern because, you know, as a football player, I think you should be at least, even at the quarterback position, just a little stocky in a sense. Not completely, but a little stocky in a sense so you can absorb hits. Mm-hmm. And I see him in the frame of Johnny Manziel, for instance. You remember Johnny Manziel, Johnny mm-hmm. Football? I see him Johnny in Manziel. The frame of like, I'm sorry?
How could you not remember Johnny Football?
I mean, you know, just in case some people didn't remember him.
Good old Johnny Football.
And I kind of see him in that same frame. So, you know, people just need to pump the brakes. We need to get an offensive line, a real offensive line, to protect our quarterback. We need to get some skill position players. One of them just went down, actually, during practice last week, which was Denzel Mims. He was someone that we picked up, I believe, in the second round of last year, if I'm not mistaken. And well, a few years ago, actually, we picked him up. I think it was 2 years ago. But anyways, he was one of the young upcoming wide receivers, you know, for our team. And he just got carted off again for the second time. So we just need to pump the brakes. And I'm just talking to all my Jet fans. I love you all, but sometimes, you know, we just need to be realistic about things and just take things one step at a time. And I end my commentary with that.
Speaking of people who need to be realistic about things, Amber Rose and her significant other, I don't know if it was her husband or boyfriend. I don't know. I stopped paying attention. Split up. And they split up because she said that she is tired of the cheating She was tired of, the him having side women's, and she blames the side women because they knew that he was married.
That's why they're side women.
Moving on, KD and Draymond Green had an interview this week.
Oh my god, that was so messy. Oh my god.
And did you watch it?
I didn't watch it, but I heard
loved
what
it.
was said.
I loved it. I loved every fucking second of it.
Because they only focused on a few things that were said.
Yeah, it's a 23-minute long interview, so I'm sure that they focused on the one part where they were talking about him leaving. They didn't talk about anything else.
They focused on that.
They focused on that, and I must give Draymond Green a lot of credit. Draymond does really well in this round. He does better than I thought he would. He does really well in this realm because to be in this realm, you have to be willing to not only be transparent and be honest and be flawed. You have to accept those things. You have to accept that you are not perfect. You have to accept that sometimes you are going to get called out on things. You have to accept the scrutiny that comes with it. Draymond Green is very good at knowing who he is and being himself, even when he is the villain.
Correct.
Even when he is the reason for, and doesn't back away from that, doesn't shy away from that. And that I must give him credit for, because there were a lot of times where he could have kind of, now don't get me wrong. During the interview, they talked about how he asks KD, the reason, was our argument, on the bench, like the defining moment when you decided to leave the Warriors. And KD's response was, the argument wasn't, but how it was handled was. The fact that this was their first big blow up as a team, and it was public. The fact that Steve Kerr didn't step in and do anything about it. Mm-hmm. The fact that nobody said anything like in the back about it. The fact that the teammates didn't he was talking about how he refers to when Pippen decided that he wasn't going to go in on the play in the finals or whatever, when they're talking about they drew the play up for Pippen and it wasn't drawn up for him, so he didn't go in the game.
Correct.
And when they're talking about, the last dance, how the entire team after that looked at Pippen and was like, oh, that's fucked up. Like, you're fucked up for that. Mm-hmm. He wanted to see the camaraderie. Nobody on the team came forward and did that, including Steph Curry. They didn't say that, but including Steph Curry.
Mm-hmm.
The coaching staff didn't do anything about it, and they thought that separating the two of them and punishing Draymond on the back end by suspending him for a game and kind of sweeping the entire situation under the rug right. And never talking about it after that day was cleaning it up.
Correct.
And that weighed on KD in a way that he says that he was so locked into that season, which is, his demeanor of like the cold-hearted killer. He was so locked into that season that he wasn't worried about what was going on outside of it. Draymond kind of is looking like he felt you were going into he was looking into next season. Like he's looking into next season as in you're already getting ready to leave us. Draymond felt some sort of way thinking about next year. KD is looking at it as, why are you even worried about next year? We're here now. Let's get this ring.
Correct.
I feel the interview is worth watching every moment of it. It's 23 minutes long, but it's worth it. It is a really great piece of a player interview who are still active. They didn't squash this beef, and I said this before. They haven't really talked or been seen with each other since this incident, since he left the Warriors.
Correct.
When they won gold in the Olympics, the two of them were the ones posting pictures up together, and they were happy. And then all of a sudden, this interview came about. KD never got over that shit until the Olympics. That's the first time they've gotten to sit down and really be men about it.
Right, and talk about it. Right, hash it out. Yeah.
Anything else you have to say? Because that was pretty much because you said you didn't see it. I didn't want to really leave a lot of it to hearsay and to what you know what I mean. I wanted to kind of give you a bigger spectrum of what was said.
Correct. Yeah, I just noticed actually heard through another podcast the strong points basically of that interview and what they spoke about, and it was specifically that about how it was really more so on the way the team handled things that kind of like furthered the separation even more between them. And I give a lot of credit to Draymond as well, because he was completely honest and he was completely blunt, and he's still playing for the Warriors. So
we'll see how that goes.
We'll see how that goes. We'll see how the Warriors, in terms of management and coaching staff, see how they assimilate this situation. And those comments that he made, basically, not in favor of the team. And it kind of makes Steve Kerr look bad. It kind of makes the general manager of the team look bad as well, in a sense. So it's going to be very interesting, the dynamic and how the relationship continues with Draymond Green and the Warriors, I think. So I that's one interesting thing that I noticed. I'm like, wait a second. He put out his team kind of like to dry in a sense, but he was being completely honest. And I don't know, as the saying goes, honesty is still the best policy to me. And shout out to you, Draymond, and shout out to you, KD. You did what you had to do. I view KD as a person that loves new challenges. And, he did that, when he left OKC. He did that, obviously, when he left the Warriors as well. And, I have nothing bad to say about KD, as a person as well. You do what you have to do for your brand and yourself and your family. Right. Point blank, period. And, I'm definitely going to be all in to hearing on what's going to happen with Draymond Green inside that Warriors world.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Go get some JaySin merch.
Yes, sir.
Look at the thing. Look at the ticker. You see it. Fucking
you
see
it.
Go buy some stuff.
You see it. You see it.
This shit ain't free. You think this free? These headphones look free to you? This coffee look free to you? This water. This ain't free water. This $4 water. This ain't free. I'm just fucking with you. None of this is free, but when we say this to you, we're not saying it.
No.
This is stuff that we already have. We already paid for this.
We're literally just merch.
Just get your merch. Help spread the word. That's it. Help spread the word. We've dropped the prices. We've dropped the prices to the point where we're really not making no money off none of the shit anyway.
No.
so we're just looking at it as you helping promote the show. Exactly. Promo. So we appreciate y'all. All right, I'm gonna jump into this one. So we here. The Convos app dropped this week. Well, actually, no, Monday, last week. If you haven't already,
it's gonna be a new wave. Thank you. I appreciate that, Addy.
If you haven't checked in, Convos is a new app. It's a new social media app.
A video social media app, correct?
Right. It's a video social media app. And it is only doing live rooms at the moment. It's only available on iPhone
devices, right?
At least for the next month. After that, you should be able to get it on your Android and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were in Cali, the podcast we did with my homeboy Dave, our brother Dave is and still is the design and working on it. He actually is the face when you go to download the app.
Yep.
We have been working with oh no, what the hell is that? We have been working with and
this.
No, I heard something in my headphone.
Oh, okay.
What the hell is that? Oh, that's stop that shit. Stop all that. We've been working with, and when we were talking about it in the podcast previously, that when Convos drop, we would love to have the podcast there, and that was reciprocated. On Monday, when the actual app dropped, the text message came immediately with it, like, so what's happening? And
here it is.
Let's move forward with it. After speaking to the people at Convos, shout out to Dave for getting the ball rolling. We sat and we kind of figured out the best route about how to go with things. We already do the live broadcast here. We do the live stream here on Mondays at 1. Then the show is immediately released after that on all the platforms, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your podcast from.
Correct.
So that's there. We're trying to figure out a way to integrate it with how it works with Convos. And what we came up with is the brainchild that we have is going to be the JaySin podcast OT. What that is a live stream every Monday evening
on the Convos app.
On the Convos app. Mm-hmm. It is going to be exclusively on the Convos app. We are going to be there. We're going to. It's a great new business venture for both. Mondays 8 p.m.
It's going to be a wrap up show about what, half hour, 45?
About half hour.
45, yeah.
Which will be followed by me at 9 o'clock with the smoking session.
Okay.
If you have any idea what that is, the smoking session is literally what it sounds like. You get your vice, you come kick it with your boy. We close down the day, and I've done 2 smoking sessions since the app has opened, and the response has been great. There's been a lot of great people out there. I'm going to be doing a couple more different things on the app coming up in the weeks to come. Mm-hmm. Some that I don't want to put out yet because some of them are pretty, important and got to play those close to the chest for now. But once again, shout out to Dave, shout out to Chameleonaire. He is the owner and funding of this beautiful app. Took the time, and it was crazy. Me and Dave were talking when I was talking to Cam, and he has the room where he's introducing people coming on the app, whatever, and we're doing my introduction because Chameleonaire actually, did my introduction to the app live. Right. And I was talking about us on I was talking about what we're doing and all that and being an artist, and he's like, yo, I've been hearing, of course I know who y'all are, I've been hearing about it, I'm waiting, I'm excited to see how you do things. And during it, he I'm an artist, of course. So
correct.
He was like, so you still got it? You still got bars? Cam, I love you, homie. But I had to hit him with the niggas, you crazy? Like, is it, yo, is you bugging, nigga? Like, what is you talking about? Like
you never retired?
Like what is like he asking me if I had bars.
Right. I'm
like, niggas, you crazy? And it's funny because it's just how I process everything. You know how my mind works. It's like,
yeah,
this nigga must not know. So on the back end, like I've been talking to a couple folks, and it comes back to me. Dave hits me. He's like, bro, do you know how much confidence and how crazy it sounded to everyone else around?
Correct.
And like the energy you had to put off to a Grammy award-winning, multi-platinum, multi-millionaire, tech-owning, like, guy who asked you, do you still got it? And for you not to be like, yeah, I rap a little bit, but for the swag you hit the nigga with it's like, yo, that's confidence, crazy. Right. That's crazy. Right. Where did that come from, bro? That's not even registering how it comes out. That's just my automatic.
It's just natural. But, it's just
that's just natural, dog. But shout out to everybody over there. Shout out to the amazing people I've met so far.
Big things. Yeah.
Shout out to the Convos app. Go get it. Believe me, we're not gonna start the JaySin podcast OT this week. We'll probably put it off for another week as we get things in order.
Correct.
Which is fine because there's a couple things on the back end that we have to do. But I am there. You're always willing to come kick it with your boy. I'll be on there tonight. Smoker session at 9:00. Boom. So let's move on to
PJ another relationship.
PJ Washington. Today was been a relationship show.
PJ the title is going to be somewhere along those lines too.
PJ Washington and Brittany Renner, aka Bundles of Brittany.
Bundles of Brittany.
Dog, if you want to talk about, I'm going to be all the way honest here. Let's just be all the way honest here.
Yeah,
there's a lot of women everywhere. There are a lot of IG models, a lot of industry women. There's a lot of women. Period. A lot of beautiful women. A lot of thirst trapping women. A lot of everything. Bundles of Brittany. Brittany
Renner
is. She's one I understand taking that L for. I understand it. Sometimes I look around and I go, y'all niggas is falling. Y'all niggas is not with this one.
Like that?
I understand. I understand.
Like these niggas wilding over that?
I understand. I understand wanting to risk it all. Hey, PJ.
You understand not wanting to pull out. We understand you not wanting to pull out. We understand that.
Ben Simmons.
We understand. Lil Uzi Vert.
Hey, Uzi. Everybody else. We're not going to go name for name, but hey, I understand
the Brittany.
I don't always understand.
But we understand this.
I understand this one.
I understand this one too. I'm on your side.
I understand this one. And the sad situation is I don't know how I felt about this situation in particular because there's a child involved now. And if you let social media tell it, they were super happy together. They like before this all
as
ensued,
I mentioned earlier.
They were happy for months together. They have been together for over a year and some change, obviously, because they had to be together at least over a year and some change if she got pregnant and had a baby, and so they've been together for some time,
right?
And they had a beautiful little boy, and they were genuinely happy. They looked genuinely happy for a very long time, and then out of nowhere, it kind of went black. Like the social media went black for a while, and then it came back with PJ saying things like, "I just want to see my son." This hurts the most, and then you start to see the writing on the walls of them. People finding clips talking about, "Hey, girl, if you really want to get you a man, find you an NBA player. They don't use rubbers. They're the easiest niggas to cap. They're the easiest niggas to trap." Here's my problem with the internet, and we've talked about this before.
Of course,
the internet never allows you to grow. She said these things years ago. She's also written a book. She's writing another one that's almost done. I don't know the correct way to. I don't know how to process this because I don't know how to say it. As much as she is what you would risk your relationship for a night, it was nice to see her happy.
Correct.
It was nice to see PJ happy. It was nice to see the baby with Auntie Tiana Trump, which sounds weird, but
Right.
but it is what it is.
Right.
It was, you see these things and you truly want to believe she's changed. She's changed. And maybe she did. We don't know the story. We don't truly know the story. We don't know what happened.
A lot of people might think that. Go ahead, finish.
I'm just saying, you want to believe she changed, and she very well could have. We don't know what happened behind closed doors. We don't know what role PJ played in this. We don't know what happened. Or she could never have changed, and this could have just been the plan from Jump Street. The reality is we don't know. But when it comes to children, I hate to say it, I always hold out hope. Like there's a chance that there was something real there when it comes to children. Because I can see you gaming a dude or gaming a young lady for sex, for money, for whatever. But once a child becomes involved, I always want to give the benefit of the doubt, because I just had my nephew. We just talked about Braxton. I have my god kids, and I love them more than life itself. The connection I have with this child is something I've never felt in my life. And it is something that I don't know if I'll ever feel, a stronger bond until I have my own children. But even with that being said, having that bond with that child, knowing what that feels like, I would like to believe that that bond with a child is real and cemented in something. So I like to believe that maybe it is real. Maybe I'm done. The internet is having its way with these two, and Brittany is back to doing what she's doing. I was watching her in the gym. What looked like literally her two younger sisters. I don't know if that's who they were, but that's what it looked like. And I was watching it on Instagram. I was watching it.
I'm sure you were, sir.
They was working out.
I'm sure. And next to nothing, I'm sure.
They was working out.
And next to nothing, I'm sure.
It was about exercise.
Yes. And next to nothing, I'm sure.
I forgot what I was talking about, but you can go now.
Or skin tight.
You can go now.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna go. While you talk, I'm gonna go to her Instagram right now. I'm gonna just make sure that she's okay.
Pavo, yeah, he's gonna make sure she's okay. Obviously, someone has it bad. But anyway, what I was gonna say is, even though we may not think it, certain people do have the power to change. And I hope it's the case, like I said earlier with the model when she left Kuzma. I hope it's the real case that there was some genuine love there, before they made these type of decisions. And I was also going to allude to the fact that sometimes children themselves, yeah, I knew it, in skin tights. I was going to say that sometimes children themselves, when they come into your life, they could change you, from a mental standpoint, from the way you, from the way you go about things, from the decisions that you make. And we just don't know what happened between them, but we do wish them, positive vibes, and hopefully they can resolve things, in the best way possible, and leave the show and all the drama away from social media, because their child is going to look at this one day and he's going to look back and say, wow, like my mom and dad, there was some like real drama king and drama queens, and I just wish people would look at that, or look as far as that, as your son getting older, as your offspring getting older, whether it's a he or she or whatever you want to identify yourself with these days, because all that stuff is kind of different. But what I'm saying is, I wish people would like just look at things from different angles, before they decide to post something on social media or say something against the mother of your child or the father of your child.
Mm-hmm.
Just be self-aware of those things. And that's all I can say, because yesterday I got a tweet and it said PJ Washington, and I looked at it and it said, "Don't save her." So
Yeah.
so it's things like that.
Said, "Don't save her." That was the tweet.
So it's seeing things like that. It's just a little bit pathetic. It's just a little bit pathetic. And, we just have to learn how to just be grown-ups about the situation, because obviously, like you said, Sincere, the internet is not going to let you evolve as a person.
Mm-hmm.
They have their sole purpose, and it's to leave you down here, basically. And that's basically it. That's all I have to say, at this moment in time. And right now, Sincere is showing us shots of why you would want to go through the things that PJ is going through. And that is Brittany Renner.
Oh, God have mercy.
Put
the phone down. We're gonna go straight
106. The Milk Crate Olympics.
There we go.
The newest sensation on
there we go.
Internet, social media. Listen, if you're past 220 pounds, I wouldn't suggest you do this crate competition, because you're going to have a serious fall. You're going to hit yourself in your head, and you're going to need about 12 stitches. So don't do it, pod folk.
I don't suggest you do this shit at all.
This is very entertaining. Nah, if you do what you want. I don't care. Do what you want. I'm just strongly suggesting, if you're over 220 pounds and you're doing this milk crate competition.
I have seen some pretty vicious wipeouts, bro.
Wow.
The one dude he finished it while he was rolling his blunt though. That nigga's the greatest.
Yeah, he's a goat. He's a goat in that already.
I can't lie. I've been watching, and first off, where y'all niggas getting all these crates from? Next off. Somebody's gonna get seriously hurt with this.
I heard they're selling crates like 30, like a bundle.
$30 a bundle, bro. Yeah. 99 cents each two. I seen them shit. I posted them. But
it's becoming a craze.
What's crazy is somebody's gonna really get hurt doing this, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Also on top of that,
you remember that competition when people were laying down and in awkward places?
Planking.
There you go. Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah, I did planking.
It has that similar vibe in a sense.
It was funny to me.
Yeah.
Then I'm looking at the people doing it in their yards and so on forth. And of course, New York and Jersey had to take it next level, and niggas is doing it on the concrete. There's no forgiveness in concrete.
There isn't.
These people are doing it in sand.
There's no soft fall.
They're doing it in dirt. They're doing it in grass. This is why we so tough
in Jersey and New York.
Yeah, we so tough, B. And then in Jersey, somebody decided they're gonna do 2 crates in between each step instead of just one up. Niggas, right? Somebody gonna die. Okay,
people are daredevils out there.
All I'm gonna say is this. Y'all niggas out here putting your life on the line for the crates for no reason whatsoever, but scared to get the vaccine.
And doing it for the gram.
But scared to get the vaccine because y'all don't. Anyway. Summer Jam
was rained out for probably the 15th year.
It happened. It happened yesterday.
No, but I'm saying it was raining.
Was
rain. It's always raining. It reminds me of the New York City West Indian Day parade as well. It's always raining on that day. It's always raining when it's Summer Jam. It's just rain everywhere. Actually, we got hit in the Northeast with the remnants, the remnants or the tropical storm Henry or whatever the case is, and Summer Jam got the brunt of it as well.
Summer Jam.
It seems like the crowd was very dead from what I was looking at on social media.
Summer Jam, there wasn't a whole lot of people there, but
shout out to my guy Lalfa. He made an appearance over there, and my dude Faruco too. Yeah,
the
Latin people stand up. Let's go.
Only the thirstiest of the thirsty made it to Summer Jam. The thirstiest of the thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker, I need you to understand. motherfuckers paid money to go sit outside in the rain during a pandemic and a hurricane to watch Summer Jam.
By the way, there was a Biggie tribute in Prospect Park in Brooklyn actually last week, in which a lot of people were there, and a lot of people said that COVID was there too. Actually, COVID might have been there, but at least in Brooklyn, they had the presence of mind to ask everyone for their Vax card in order to be in that concert.
And yep. So you paid a couple $100 to go to Jersey to wear a poncho during a pandemic in a hurricane to listen to music that you could have streamed live in your home because they streamed Summer Jam. You niggas was out there looking like a bunch of penises and condoms flopping around in seats because you was that thirsty to just be outside anywhere.
I think that's the equivalent to someone getting into an accident at work, needing a cast, getting crutches, and you see them up in the club like the following weekend, crutches and all, cast and all.
You that thirsty?
They're over there dancing like Kelly Kapowski.
Y'all that thirsty to be out there to do that? No, that's it. Anyway, yeah.
Summer Jam is not what it used to be either. Let's keep it real.
Oh no, not at all.
I remember.
That's not. Yeah, that's for y'all.
You remember the 90s and the early 2000s when Summer Jam was actually a thing? Like, we would always look forward to it, you know? And we didn't have much social media back then, but we would just look forward to it, you know, to what happened. And we'll look at the newspapers and, you know, whoever had access to the internet at that point in time. I don't even think YouTube existed at that point in time.
It's just Summer Jam is another place where, like, the hood goes and feels like they did something for the day. It's like going to Six Flags, I guess. I don't.
I mean, anyway. What can I say? People want to be free. People want to be free. Hey, people want to be free.
Go be free. I'm gonna sit my ass away from the fucking y'all.
They want to be free without show, without anything. It's okay.
And finally,
natural selection. Let it take its place.
Yeah, very much so. Y'all niggas start. Anyway, China changes the law to allow married couples to have 3 children. If you didn't know.
I'm surprised China's letting people have children, period.
Well, they were letting people have 1 child, and now married couples can have 3. So I think that's a big step in the right direction.
I think they should do the same thing in India too.
I mean, I don't want to put a barrier on how many kids people can have. I don't personally care, but
just like we don't want to force vaccines on people as well, right?
But I do want to tell you that I believe you should be able to take care of your children. If you're going to have 10 kids, be able to take care of your 10 kids.
Yeah, don't be Sean Kemp. I mean, never mind.
Oh, Lord. I also believe that if you cannot take care of your children, there's nothing wrong with giving them up so people can take care of them.
Of course.
There are a lot of families out here. There are a lot of people out here who would love to have children who can take care of them, who cannot have children.
Correct.
Who cannot, whatever the case may be.
I totally agree with that.
That's why I don't mind if people, you know, unfortunately.
And as I've stated, you know, before, or I've told people before, a child's environment is very important, you know, and the more support a child can have within their nucleus, within their environment, the more he'll be able to succeed and evolve in life, I believe, and be mentally stable, you know, as well. So whatever China wants to do, it's on them, you know, and I'm sure people have to abide by the rules. And I don't know, what if the couple decides to have a 4th child? What are they going to do? Force them to abort it? Or
take the child away.
Are they going to take the child away? And
they take the child away. And put them into
an orphanage or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, I think that's a step in the right direction for China. Go get your JaySin merch.
Get your JaySin merch.
Go get your new merch.
Yes,
Go
sir.
get your Da Vinci merch.
Yes, sir.
Tune in if you are on Convo to the smoking section tonight at 9 p.m. Hosted by yourself.
If you have an iOS device, download that Convo.
Sensei Da Vinci on there, of course. I'm Sensei Da Vinci on everything, nigga. You're gonna find me by that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hop on.
Follow what's the name of your segment again? Smoking
section.
The smoking section.
Smoking session. Smoking session.
Oh, the smoking session.
I say session because I'm going to change the name probably, but I do know someone who has something called the smoking section, and I don't want to step on any toes. No, so, of course not. Shout out to Gotti. All right, so time to move on. I'm out of here. Y'all have a great week. Jay, you have a great week. Everybody stay blessed and fuck Facebook.
Yeah, fuck social media.